Another episode of the ISO, the Gonzaga Nation Media Network, where we preview the upcoming Gonzaga game. Tonight's game is against the Lions of Loyola Marymount. Coach Stan Johnson, in his third year, I think, doing a really nice job at Loyola Marymount. Coach, thanks for joining.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for having me.
For sure. Well, you guys have had a nice non-conference, and then to hopefully I'm putting this nicely in the correct way, a little bit of an inconsistent start to league play. You guys have shown tremendous flashes, but haven't been able to close a couple games out. Is that a fair assessment of your season up to this point?
Yeah, that you're putting it nice. That's nicer than I put it. Yeah, I mean, obviously our league's really good. And anytime you're in a league like this, where the margin is very thin, you got to be on your A game. And, I thought we had some opportunities there where we did not capitalize on. And, it comes back to bite you, when you don't do that. But, like I tell our team, I still believe our best is in front of us. We can't go back to get a couple of those games back, but you got to play it forward. So that's what we're doing.
I think one of the great things that I've seen about your non-conference is up until when you lost to St. Mary's on the road, you hadn't lost two games in a row. And I think a lot of times that's a sign of a maturing team, a team that understands how to take coaching and improve upon it. You guys had a terrific bounce back win against San Diego where you hit 14 threes. What was the mood in the locker room like after the St. Mary's game, and then your guys' message as a staff to get them ready to play San Diego?
Well, I think, disappointment for one. I thought against St. Mary's, the one thing about St. Mary's, they don't beat themselves ever. Yeah. And that was such a big emphasis going in the game. And I thought in the first half, we did a lot of things to beat ourselves, not taking anything away from St. Mary's. They contributed to that. But there were some things that we did that really hurt us. And, in the second half, I thought we played them even. But we made too many mistakes. And anytime you do that against a good opponent, especially on their floor, they're going to make you pay for it. But our group was disappointed. But like everything, we always believe the best is coming. And that's been my motto since we've gotten here and trying to rebuild this program. And nothing's going to be given to you. Our league right now, I think, is as good top to bottom as it's ever been. And we're trying to turn around a program in a time where a lot of the teams are good and everybody's up in the standard. It's a hard time to be doing it. So we get it. Nothing's going to be easy, but for our guys, what the message was, we have to bounce back. We hadn't lost two in a row, but let's not make it three. Again, against a really talented San Diego team, and we knew it's going to be tough. And to be in that kind of game early in conference play, I think it said a lot about our guys because in a lot of ways, that was kind of a must win. And I thought our guys delivered on that.
In the last couple of years, with Eli Scott kind of being the focal point, you guys played through a shorter post at times. You guys seem to be playing much faster now. I think that's really freed up Cam Shelton. He looks to be playing with a ton of confidence. He looks to be playing with a ton of freedom. What have you seen growth-wise from him as a coach to point guard relationship?
Well, I think one, Cam, the game has really slowed down for him. He's making a lot of good decisions while he's up there in the league in assists. He's reading the defense and seeing what's there before the play develops. And his pace and tempo has been elite. To do that, a lot of people, he gets people's best defenders, people picking up 94 feet, they're denying him. And then he's got to run the team and then, play defense. He's gotten in great shape. So I think his conditioning, his mental growth in terms of seeing the game, dissecting the game, that's gone up tremendously, and that's why he's having such success.
Tough task tonight at Gonzaga. They continue to play really well. When you break down game film and prepare for an opponent, not just Gonzaga, but an opponent, what are the key things that you look for? But then what is it about Gonzaga that you guys need to be great at to have a chance down the stretch tonight?
Well, I think for me, anytime I'm looking at an opponent, it's, what is their central nervous system? What is it that makes their organization, their team function? What do you have to take away from them? What do you have to disconnect? And so it's whether it's Gonzaga, Portland, and St. Mary's, whoever, that's the first thing is what is their central nervous system? How does this team work? What I'm seeing from them is an experienced team, and you're seeing it. I mean, the plays they've made at Santa Clara, the plays they've made down the stretch of San Francisco, the plays they made at BYU, you're seeing guys who have been in high-level games, who are older, who know how to win, and who, really aren't afraid of the moment. And that's what this team has. They've been tested on the road. They've been in some close games, and they've powered through, and they've found a way to win. That's a sign of a great team. With Gonzaga, it's always their pace offensively and how fast they play. It's amazing how much faster they are after a made shot, and how, you could be on a run and 31-16 and you think you're feeling good, and boom, it's a three, 31-19. And they just wear you down. And then it's obviously Timmy creates a lot of that with his presence. It's how do you guard him? That's always a tough decision, so they've got great post play. They got great perimeter play, and they've got a bunch of guys that understand how to win.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Best of luck tonight, the rest of the way, and enjoy the kennel as best you can with that raucous environment as an opposing head coach.
Yeah, it's always enjoyable.